Once, a man set out on a journey from Jerusalem to Jericho. The road was long and dangerous, known for its bandits and treacherous paths. Despite the risks, he pressed on, unaware of the challenges ahead. As he walked, bandits appeared out of nowhere. They beat him brutally, stripped him of his belongings, and left him lying on the ground, bruised and bleeding. The man was too weak to move, helpless under the blazing sun. Hours passed, and the man clung to life, hoping someone would help. Soon, a priest walked by. Surely, a man of faith would stop and offer aid. But the priest glanced at the injured man and quickly crossed to the other side of the road, pretending not to see him. Not long after, a Levite, a man who served in the temple, came along. The injured man's heart lifted slightly, maybe this time, but the Levite too hurried past, leaving him to suffer alone. The man's hope began to fade. He lay in pain, thinking, "Is there no one who will help me? Will I die here, abandoned by the world?" Then came a Samaritan, riding his donkey. Now in those days, Samaritans and Jews were enemies, divided by deep prejudice. But when the Samaritan saw the man, his heart was filled with compassion. The Samaritan knelt beside him. He cleaned the man's wounds with oil and wine, carefully bandaging them. This was no small act. It was a moment of true kindness and courage. After tending to the wounds, the Samaritan gently lifted the man onto his donkey. He walked alongside, guiding the animal to ensure the injured man would reach safety. They reached an inn, where the Samaritan cared for the man through the night. The next day, he gave the innkeeper enough money for food and shelter and said, "Take care of him. If the expenses go beyond this, I will repay you when I return." When Jesus told this story, he asked, "Who was a neighbor to the injured man?" The answer was clear: the one who showed mercy. This story reminds us that true kindness is not bound by race, religion, or status. It's about love and compassion for all. Go and do likewise. Let us be like the Good Samaritan, showing kindness to anyone in need, no matter the cost. Subscribe Religious Teachings for more inspiring stories.